there is another, as someone was mentioning before, we call it as shoulder. Next one. What do you mean by shoulder? Why we are giving shoulder, or where we will be giving the shoulder? Where it will be? A shoulder means what? I told you this may be our 2-lane road. Okay, I'm just drawing the top view. Okay, this is our 2-lane road. So this is having some 3.5 meter width. This is also having 3.5 meter width. 1 lane, 2 lane, which means the vehicles, some vehicles may be moving in this direction, other vehicles may be coming in this direction. It is called as 2-lane, 2-way road. It can be anything. Okay, 2 lanes means doesn't mean that every time 2 direction it will be. It can be like this also. Both are in same direction. And this is also 3.5. This is also 3.5. It is 2-lane, 1-way road. Okay, this is 2-lane, 2-way. This is 2-lane, 1-way. Okay, whatever it is. This is what we studied. What is our W? Correct now? Width of carriageway. This is our width. 7 meter. 7 meter, 7 meter. Now, what we will do? On both sides of the roads, we will be giving, very good. On both right side of the road, we are going to give some extra space. Here also we will be giving the tarred road, tarring. Here also, whatever it is, single lane, 2-way or 1-way, whatever. We are going to give some extra space on both sides of the road. So our main road will be something like this, by putting some dotted lines here. Maybe some dotted lines here. Our main road barrier will be, the end of the road may be somewhere here. That extra portion which we are giving, we call it as shoulder. Okay, at the side of the road. Very good. Okay, why we are giving that? Just for, as we told, emergency purpose. Okay, good. Emergency purpose, which means suppose your vehicle is going to be breakdown, or if you are feeling something bad, something is going to happen for your vehicle, then okay, you can park it on the right left side of the road. Which means better word is for temporary parking process. If you want to park your vehicle, you cannot park it there and go. Just for a few minutes you want to park it on the side of the road. See, while driving you may be getting a call. So what you will do? Will you attend the call while driving? You may do, but you shouldn't do as per the rule. That's why they are giving you the shoulder. What you can do, you can just slow down your vehicle and go to this shoulder and park it there. Complete your calling. Then again you can come to your carriageway. That's it. Or in case something is happening for your vehicle, as for an emergency purpose, you cannot stop on the carriageway, because other vehicles are coming. You are going to block other vehicles. So you can park your vehicle in the shoulder. For some temporary purpose, or for in case of some emergency, for parking purpose only, they are giving you the shoulder. Okay, so you can write that sentence: for an extra space given on the sides of the road, extra space given on the sides of the road for temporary parking purpose. Why there is shoulder on both sides on one way? You can park on right side also, that's it. If space is available, if you are giving on that side, then you can park that side also. It's a 1 lane, no one is coming opposite. Or if you are giving only left side you can park, that's all. Okay. And there is a minimum width of this shoulder, actually speaking. How much should be the minimum width? Don't by heart the value, simply. As per IRC, the minimum width of shoulder is equal to 2.5 meter. As per IRC, the minimum width of shoulder is 2.5 meter. Practically, we will try to give more than that. But in case some space restriction is there, practically you may not be seeing that much. Okay, but as per IRC, the minimum width of shoulder is 2.5 meter. Why that is 2.5? As per IRC, the maximum width of a vehicle as per IRC, the maximum width of a vehicle is 2.44 meter. Maximum width of vehicle. Maximum width of a vehicle is 2.44. Length may be varying, 10 meter, 4 meter, anything. But the width can be maximum to maximum 2.44 meter as per IRC. If it is 2.44, then at least it should have that much width for parking. Otherwise, what may happen? The right tire will be on this side, na? Correct, no? If I am giving only 2 meter width, what is the problem? If I am giving only 2 meter width, some vehicle is coming and parking here. 2 meter width means if it is having 2.44 meter width, if I am giving only 2 meter shoulder, what happens? The right tires will be on the carriageway. Then it will affect the movement of other vehicles. Okay? So this vehicle should be properly able to park here. So that at least we need this. So by giving some extra, IRC told that minimum to minimum you should give 2.5 meter. So that value also you note it down. This is the reason behind that. You can note down this reason also there, rather than simply by hearting it is 2.5. Okay? Difference between shoulder and service lane. Service lane is totally a different lane. This may be a main road. Maybe parallelly you may be seeing another road. It may be another 3.5 meter. It's parallelly another road. Maybe some connection may be there here. That is called as service lane. It's totally a separate 3.5 meter road where vehicles are moving. Shoulder means simply for parking purpose. It will not be 3.5 and all. Just for temporary parking purpose, they are giving some reduced space. That is called as shoulder. Then apart from the main road, on the side you may be seeing a small road. That is called as service lane. In service lane, the speed and all may be very less. Maybe some connection may be there somewhere. Okay? That is called as service lane. Understood the difference? For one side or both side. In case if your space is available, we will give on both sides. It is good enough. So both sides you can park. That's it. And sometimes what happens in this area, I told you, sometimes some median may be there. Median. On the median, we will be giving some plantation. Or here, if it is a very, someone was telling something in between plantation and all. See, if it is not that much rush road, the number of vehicles are very less, then we may be giving only on one side, median. If lot of vehicles are moving, then we will give on the both sides. That is better, no? Lot of vehicles can park. That's it. Okay? And also it will help you while overtaking and all. You are getting some more spacing. That's it. Providing shoulder on right side may invite many accidents. See, it is not a two-way road, it's one-way road. No? So there is no vehicle on the opposite direction. So you can easily go and park here, no problem. But whenever you are going into the right side, you should make sure that no one is overtaking you, obviously. Okay? But if space is available, we may give. That's it. If it is a very rush road, most probably we may be giving only on the left side. That too, you may not be seeing always 2.5 meter. Depends on the site condition also. Sometimes we may not be able to get that much space. Okay? That's why many areas you will see, some vehicles will be parked on the left side. Its right tire will be on the road. That's it. Sometimes, mainly in city areas and all, we may not be having that much space for our proper road width. So sometimes the shoulder may not be that 2.5. But as per IRC, for the better proper design, minimum it should be 2.5. That's it. Okay? Understood what it is? That is called as shoulder. Then one of the main, very important thing is camber. Very important thing. Very important thing, camber. I hope you have noted down the minimum width. See, maximum to maximum, you may get a 1 mark question here. Minimum width is 2.5. Why that 2.5? Why that 2.5? It is because of that 2.44 is the maximum width of a vehicle. Such questions you can expect for your interviews. Okay? If you are directly going into PSU interviews, or even after doing your MTech, you may be going into some company interviews. So there they may be asking you what is this value, and they can ask you what is the purpose, why that is 2.5. If it is 2 meter, then what is the problem? This is the problem. Okay, such questions you can expect. Some practical question you can expect in PSUs and all. Okay, very good, Ramesh. Cross slope of the road is called as camber. See, coming to camber, this is the top view, no? So if you are taking a section here, and if you are looking, suppose the road is towards the board. If you are checking the road, suppose a 2-lane road means 7 meter width. It will not be exactly horizontal. There will be a slight slope like this. It will be a very slight slope. That slope, we call it as that cross slope. We call it as that cross slope. We call it as camber. Very important thing. Many times gate questions came. And what is the purpose of camber? What are the values of camber? How we are going to use the camber in numerical questions? So many times gate questions came. So write the heading camber and write camber is the cross slope provided on the surface of the road. It is the cross slope provided on the surface of the road. Why we are giving? Why we are giving? In case rainfall is happening, what we have to do? We have to drain off this water towards the side. On the side you will be having some drainages. So this water has to move towards the drainages. So for that, if it is exactly flat, water will get accumulated on that. What is the problem for accumulating the water? It may get evaporated, na? What is the problem? You will not be getting the proper friction. I told you already, if there is a level, a surface water, a water layer on the road, your tire and the road surface will not be in contact, proper contact. In between there is a fluid. What is that? Water. So you will not be getting proper friction. That is the main thing. Also, if the water is getting accumulated, it will affect your bonding between the coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, bitumen and all. It will affect your bonding. You might have studied regarding potholes and all in your classes. Potholes, then raveling, rutting, lot of things are there. Na? Some distress, failures will happen. Some gutters may start forming on the road. If some water is getting accumulated, it will slightly penetrate. There will be some slight voids on the surface. Alligator cracking, very good. Some slight voids may be there. It will penetrate through the voids, and it will affect the bonding between. For a flexible pavement, the strength is highly depends on the interlocking between the aggregates, interlocking and the cohesion and adhesion between the particles. So whenever water is getting intruded into that, it will affect the bonding. So the particles will come out. We call it as segregation sometimes. Okay, the particle will come out. Some potholes will happen, distress will happen, like alligator cracking, very good. Lot of distresses are there. Okay, so drainage is very important. Drainage means what? Drainage from the surface, and there will be some side drains. So to the drains, we'll give that. Okay, so cross slope provided on the surface, we call it as camber. And what is the purpose of providing camber? Drainage of water. No doubt that's that point also. Okay, and this cross slope, see I told you it will be a very minute slope. We may not be realizing that okay it is something like this, but in textbook and in some questions out, they may be simply they may be simply giving you some shape like this, but practically it will not be that much slope and all. But for the calculation purposes and all, we may simply magnify it. Okay, the vertical dimension we are going to magnify it. Horizontal dimension it will be very high, very lengthy, na? It's 7 meter, but this height may be very less, some few centimeters only. So this vertical dimension is something magnified, just for our understanding. Okay, so that slope is called as camber. So generally slope, any slope we can generally represent in 4 types. In 4 means we can represent. If I am telling slope is equal to 1 in 100. What it means? 1 in 100 means 1 unit vertical whenever we are going 100 units horizontal. 1 in 100 means 1 in 100. So this is mean by 1 in 100. Either I can represent a slope like that, or this 1 in 100 I can represent as 1 by 100. Both are same. 1 by 100 is nothing but 0.01. That is also same. The same thing I can represent as 1%. Okay, there are 4 ways of representing a slope. Okay, 4 ways. So in question also you can see in any form. 1 in 100, or simply I can tell some 1 in n form. 1 in n. 1 in 50, 1 in 40, 1 in 100, like that. Sometimes you will see the cross slope or any slope they are representing like this. Sometimes they will represent like this, 1 by something. Sometimes they will give you some decimals. Sometimes they may give you some percentage. Okay, keep those basic ideas in your mind. In any form they can give you the slopes. Okay, so for camber, what all things you have to study? 2 important points are there. First thing is, what should be the height of this middle portion? The middle portion will be having the highest, or the maximum height will be at the middle portion. Huh? What will be that height? We call this point as crown. What do you mean by crown? Something we are putting on the head at the middle of the body. Na? So this point I can call it as, this highest point I am calling it as crown. So YC represents the height of the crown. We'll come to that. No need to write now. What will be the height of the crown? YC. That is one question which they can ask you. Another thing is, in case if they are not giving you the value of camber, IRC suggests some value for the camber. What should be the best camber for different types of road? That can also be a 1 mark question. Okay, so 2 things we have to study. One thing is, what is the height of that crown, or what is this maximum height? That can be a 2 mark question. And a 1 mark question can be, what is the recommended value of camber for different types of roads? Okay, those 2 things we have to study. So first we will see this thing. Okay, what is the height of the crown? Before going into that, I want to tell you what are the possible shapes of these crowns. Okay, I will give you all the notes, don't worry. This camber or this slope can be 2 different shapes. This can be a straight portion, or it can be a parabolic portion also. What it means? This is nothing but it's a parabola, na? Or sometimes it can be, the slope can be something like this. It is called as a straight camber, or that you can write now. The shapes of camber: straight camber and parabolic camber. Straight camber and parabolic camber. Can you tell me which camber may be good? Is it a straight camber or parabolic camber? Which camber, which shape may be good for vehicles? Can you tell me? Here also I can represent this as YC. Which shape may be good? Parabolic is good. Parabolic is good, okay. Why parabolic is good then? Why parabolic is good? Why straight is not good? Okay, parabolic, okay. Why it may be? Because of the slope, okay. Smooth, okay, good. Maximum speed, okay, very good. Smooth, okay, good. Slope, okay. See, the thing is, both are having their own disadvantage. That can be an interview question you can expect if you are going for some PSU's interviews and all. Okay, some conceptual question. Both are having their own advantage. The thing is, obviously, as you said, if it is a straight road, there is a problem for speed and all. There is some what I can tell, there is a pointed shape, na? So it's a 2-lane road. If you are going at very high speed and all, definitely all the vehicles will be having a tendency to use the middle portion of the road. So you may not be going very side, you may be using the middle portion of the road. So there is a pointed shape, so definitely it will affect. It is not smooth. But if it is parabola, okay, it is smooth. That's a good point. One more thing is there, if you want to overtake and all, if it is a 2-lane road, 2-lane road means this till here it is 1 lane, here it is 2 lane. So whenever you are going to overtake, you are going to use the next lane also, na? In your lane, you are going to overtake means you may be using some portion from here also. So while overtaking also there is a problem. Very good. As you said, so parabolic is good enough. Then what is the disadvantage of parabolic? See, at this end portion, if some heavily loaded trucks and all is there, heavy loaded truck, they may be using the side portion. Na? Trucks and all, they will not be moving at the center of the road. They are generally moving towards the left side. Correct, na? Because other vehicles has to overtake them. Suppose there is a heavy loaded truck here. Suppose there is a heavy loaded truck here. Let's see. On a parabolic curve or a parabolic camber, at the edge portion, because of the shape, it may be more tilted towards the side. So there is a chance of toppling. It is called as toppling towards the inner side or towards the left side. From some slow moving vehicle or heavily loaded trucks and all, at this edge portion, because of the shape, if it is a straight road, then it may be something like this. Something like this. If it is a parabola, there is more slope at the edge portion. Correct now? So that shape is something like this. So the heavily loaded truck, the toppling chance is more in parabolic camber. Okay? So at the center portion, the better shape is parabola, but the edge portion, the better shape is straight road. So practically what we will do now, we will use the combination shape. At the edge portion which is better, at the edge portion which is better, straight. So edge portion we will make it straight. At the center portion which is better, parabola is better. So what practically we will do, edge portions we are going to give straight, and the center portion we are going to give parabola. This is the practical profile. Such questions you may expect, you can expect in interviews and all. Okay? In GATE exam they will not ask you these things. They can ask you while writing a paragraph only, na, these things. But in interviews and all, you can expect such conceptual question. So whoever is simply by hearting, they will get eliminated in those interviews, definitely. Okay? So what you can write, straight camber, parabolic camber, you can just draw the shape also. You can write some points actually. Write few points. For high speed vehicles, parabolic camber is better. For high speed vehicles, parabolic camber is better. For high speed vehicles, parabolic camber is better. Full stop. Next sentence. But for slow moving vehicles, such as loaded trucks, L-O-A-D-E-D, loaded trucks, T-R-U-C-K, trucks, there is a chance of toppling. As they have a tendency, to take the edge of the road. Definitely those vehicles will take the left side, na? But for slow moving vehicles such as loaded trucks, there is a chance of toppling, T-O-P-P-L-I-N-G. There is a chance of toppling since they have a tendency to use the edge portion of the road. Okay, high speed vehicles may use this portion, slow moving vehicles may use this portion. Since they are slow moving, they will not come towards the right side, because right side other vehicles has to overtake and all, na? Okay, have not written still. For high speed vehicles, that's it. The sentence you can write now if you have understood already. For high speed vehicles, parabolic camber is better, but for slow moving vehicles, there is a bracket you can write such as loaded trucks. There is chance of toppling. Since they have a tendency to use the edge portion of the road, as they have a tendency to use the edge portion, P-O-R-T-I-O-N, the edge portion of the road. Okay. So last sentence. So practically, a combination shape is used. So practically, a combination shape is used. So what is that combination? At the edge region, we may make it something straight portion. At the center portion, we will make it as parabola. Rather than that, this straight, we will make it parabola. That's it. Okay. So there is an equation for this height of crown, YC. Okay. For any height, if I am taking some distance x, for parabola I am writing first. I am taking a distance x from this at the edge portion. Correspondingly, I am writing some y value. There is an equation for that. At any distance x, the height y is equal to 2x square divided by nw. Y is equal to 2x square divided by nw. What is that 2x square by nw? At any horizontal distance x, what is the corresponding y value? Okay, yeah, very good. 2x square divided by nw. So, what is w? Nothing but our width of the road. This complete width. For a single lane 3.75, two lanes 7 meter, like that. What is n? N is nothing but the camber value is 1 in n. I told you I can represent 1 by 100, 1 in 100, 1 by 100, like that. So that second portion, 1 in what? That portion, that value we call it as n. Means, for an example, if I am telling camber value is 1 in 50, which means n is equal to 50, like that. Okay. So W is nothing but the width of the road or width of the carriageway. That's it. Okay, they will give in the question. In case if they are not giving, what is the W? 3.75 for 1 meter, sorry, 1 lane, then 2 lanes, 7 meter, like that. Or multi lanes, simply I can write 3.5 into number of lanes. In case they are not giving in the question. Okay. Now, we don't require what is y value. Now, I need what is the height of the crown position. Okay. Then at the height of crown or at the height at the crown location, what is the x value? What will be the x value? The total width is w na. This is w. Then at the height of crown position, what will be your x value? If you want to find out, then what is height of crown? Height of crown. YC you want to find out. Very good, Harsha, very good, Saksham. Height of crown, if you want to find out, what I have to do? X value will become W by 2, exactly at the center, na? Height of crown, if you want to find out, what you have to do? Put X equal to W by 2. Calculate how much you are getting Y then. Then Y will become YC, height of crown. Very good. How much finally you will get? If you are substituting x equal to w by 2, everyone please calculate. Tell me how much you are getting. You will get something like this. One w and other w will get cancels. Finally it will be w by 2n. Yes, very good. Getting others? Are you getting w by 2n? What about others? That equation you have to remember, w by 2n. Or the main equation you can remember, 2x square by nw. Okay? Yeah, very good. So w by 2n is the height of crown. Always remember what is that n? If they are giving you some slope, make it into 1 in n form. Then whatever be that right side, n, that is nothing but your n value. Okay? If they are giving the slope is something 1%, which means it is 1 in 100. N is 100, like that. Okay? For a parabolic camber, we got it as w by 2n. For a straight camber also, we are going to get the same value. Suppose the camber value is 1 in n, which means whenever you are going 1 meter, 1 in n means whenever you are going n units horizontal, the slope is 1 in n, which means whenever you are going n horizontal, height will be 1. Correct? No? So for n horizontal, 1 vertical. Correct? No? Then for 1 unit horizontal, how much will be vertical? 1 by n. Then for w by 2 horizontal, how much will be the vertical? W by 2 into 1 by n. What you are getting? W by 2n. Understanding? If it is a straight camber also, we are going to get W by 2n. But the proof is not like this simply. This is what? Nothing but W by 2n. The same equation you are going to get here also. Understood? If it is a straight road, if it is a straight camber also, height of crown is same. But this concept we can't use here now because it's something parabolic shape, not linear. 1 in n means, 1 in n camber is 1 in n means 1 vertical for n horizontal. Which means for w by 2 it will be w by 2 into 1 by n. Okay. So whatever is the shape of our camber, the combined shape they will not give you in questions. If they are giving combined shape, we have to split it into 2, we have to calculate it separately, then we will add it, something like that. So it will be lengthy questions. Okay. So they will ask you these things only. So for your interview purpose only, I told that combination shape. Okay. So no need to mention in the question whether it is a parabolic camber or whether it is a straight line camber. Whatever be it is, height of the crown if they are asking, the final equation is W by 2n. If it is a parabolic camber or it's a straight camber. Okay, remember W by 2n.